Let's talk about the Southern California industrial real estate market for a second. Now, what I've seen and heard in the past week, right after New Year's, is way different than what I've seen and heard about 3 months ago. Hey, I'm Matt Palumbo, and this is your commercial real estate news. Please hit that subscribe button and click that like button. The market is changing, people are losing their minds, people are all doom and gloom about 2023. That was a month ago. Now, the developers, investors, and all kinds of buyers that I've spoken to in this past week, from January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and today's the 5th, is very different. Now, on the development side, some developers were paying upwards towards $175 per square foot of industrial land. That's about $7.6 million worth per acre. It's a lot. Now they won't even go past 110 or $100. Now, I've had a couple of listings and people won't even touch them because that's too much right now. They want to go around 90, 100. They got scared at about 105. That's just where it's at right now. The problem is sellers still think it's upwards towards 200. And yes, I said 200 because there were a few purchases last year around the 200 per square foot per landmark last year. Institutional guys, of course. Now, on the industrial building side, you had Class A buildings going for 400, 450 per square foot last year. Sometimes even 500 for new constructs. It's a lot, but that's what it was. Class B's about 300s, high 2s. Class C's could be low 2s to high 2s, maybe even low 3s. The problem is with this is now sellers and property owners still think that their property is worth that plus some. I had a Class C guy in Vernon, this is Los Angeles, think that his property with no loading docks, ratchet place in shambles, metal structure, was worth upwards towards 400 per square foot. I don't know what these guys are smoking, but they're not in reality when it comes to commercial real estate. Now, this allows me to segue into my next point of there is a huge gap right now between what the sellers are asking for and what the buyers are able to pay. Now, it used to be buyers were able to pay that. This is last year, this is 6 months ago, this is even 5 months ago. Now, the buyers can't pay what they were willing to pay, what they could pay, what they were financially able to pay. And the sellers are literally going from here to thinking that their property is worth more. I don't know where they're getting that from. They missed the mark. 6 months ago, they were at the peak, and they still think that they're peaking and the price is going up. No, it's going down. But sellers, they could still catch it on the way down at a pretty good price. If you wait a year, 2 years from now, you're gonna get struck because it's not gonna be where it was. You missed the boat. You missed the boat, but you still have a chance to swim the shore right now. 2 years from now, I don't know, you might be in the middle of the ocean drowning. If you need to sell, do so now. This is the first week of 2023. You still have a chance. But there's good news. In this past week, I've spoken to developers, I've spoken to investors of all types, buyers of all types, even owner users. And they forecast that this year, probably in Q2, things are going to change. Not on the buy side, but on the sell side. The sellers are going to have to capitulate to what the realistic prices are. Some think it's going to be in Q2. Some think it's going to be later this year. Some people think it'll be early next year. Okay, to reiterate that point, there is a stalemate right now, and there is barely any commercial properties moving. That's on the retail side, industrial side. Multifamily is moving a little bit because the sellers are more in tune or less savvy about what's going on in the market. So they're actually more realistic. But when the sellers start to capitulate in price, that stalemate is going to start moving. Like some forecast Q2, you're going to see a lot of more transactions. Later this year, you're going to see a lot more transactions. Early next year, hopefully, we're going to see a lot more transactions and we're going to be moving again on the commercial real estate sector. That's our hopes. Now, this is not to say that there's no sellers out there, because there are. The problem is with a lot of sellers is, oh, I can't find an exchange property. I can't find an exchange property. Who is your broker? There are exchange properties all over America right now. We're finding them for our clients. Look around. There's exchange properties. Pick up the phone and call. So all in all, while a lot of people are sitting back, putting their feet up and relaxing on the money they've made in the past few years, thinking that nothing is going to happen this year in 2023, I would disagree with you. I think 2023 is going to be a fantastic year for commercial real estate. An adventurous year, but a fantastic year nonetheless.